Y'all, this is not a drill. The courtroom just turned into an all-out battlefield, and guess who walked out victorious? Kirk Frost. But wait, this isn't just about some legal paperwork. This might just be the final blow that completely takes Jasmine down. And let's just say she might want to start packing her bags now. After months of messy back and forths, wild accusations, and absolute chaos, Kirk just landed the biggest win of his life. And trust me, Jasmine's whole world is crumbling right now. The courtroom was a circus, lawyers yelling, papers flying, and the moment the judge read the verdict, Jasmine's face went pale. But the real question is, what happens next? Did Kirk just end Jasmine's entire world with one move? How is Rashida reacting to all this drama? And why do people think this is far from over? Buckle up, because we're about to break down every single jaw-dropping detail of this legal war that just went nuclear. For years, Kirk has been dealing with Jasmine's drama, but after her latest reckless stunt, attacking his home, he made sure she faced the full force of the law. This isn't just some petty argument or reality TV mess. This is a full-blown legal showdown, and the stakes couldn't be higher. Jasmine thought she could storm into Kirk's life, create chaos, and walk away without consequences. Oh, she must have forgotten who she was messing with. Let's rewind a bit. Y'all remember what went down, right? Jasmine, angry and fed up, pulled one of the most shocking moves yet. She literally attacked Kirk's home. And we're not talking about sending a few aggressive text messages or throwing shade on social media. No. Witnesses say she rolled up to his house like she was ready for battle. She banged on doors, screamed at the top of her lungs, and demanded to see Kirk. Neighbors were in complete shock as they watched her try to force her way inside, creating a full-on spectacle in front of the entire community. It was like a scene, straight out of a movie, except this was real life. And the consequences? Oh, they were about to hit her hard. Kirk wasted zero time. He immediately called the authorities and made sure everything was documented. He wasn't about to let Jasmine keep dragging his name through the mud. More importantly, he wasn't about to let her disrupt his family any longer. First, Kirk filed a restraining order against Jasmine, meaning she is now legally forbidden from coming anywhere near him, his family, or his home. But he didn't stop there. He took it a step further and hit her with a massive lawsuit. We're talking harassment, trespassing, property damage, and even emotional distress. Kirk is making sure Jasmine pays for every single thing she's done. And he didn't just come to court with accusations. He came with receipts. Sources say there's security footage that caught everything. Her screaming, her threats, her desperate attempts to break in. It's all there. And Kirk's legal team is using it to build an ironclad case against her. This isn't just hearsay. This is solid evidence that could completely ruin Jasmine in court. And if you think Kirk's lawyers are playing nice, think again. They are pushing for the toughest penalties possible. If they succeed, Jasmine could be looking at some serious consequences. Now, we all know Rashida has been through enough drama because of Kirk's past mistakes. But this time, she's making one thing very clear. She's standing by her man. Insiders say Rashida fully supports Kirk's decision to take legal action. She's been encouraging him to go all in because, at this point, she's tired. She's tired of Jasmine popping up, stirring the pot, and keeping their names in the headlines. The gossip, the embarrassment, the stress. She's done with all of it. She wants Jasmine out of their lives for good. Now, here's where things take an even wilder turn. Jasmine isn't backing down. Word on the street is she's planning to countersue Kirk, claiming that he is the one harassing her. Yes, you heard that right. Jasmine is trying to flip the script and make it seem like Kirk is using the legal system to silence her and ruin her reputation. Some sources even say she has her own set of receipts that she's ready to bring to court. But the real question is, does she actually have a case? Or is this just another desperate attempt to stay relevant? Because let's be real, Jasmine. has always been known for stirring up drama whenever things start to settle down. And at this point, Kirk has had enough. That's why this lawsuit isn't just about what happened that night. It's about all of it. All the years of stress, the unnecessary drama, the reputation damage. This is Kirk putting his foot down once and for all. If Kirk wins this case, Jasmine could face some serious repercussions. First, she might have to pay massive financial damages, possibly in the hundreds of thousands of dollars. A permanent restraining order could also be put in place, meaning she would never be allowed to come near. Remember when security cameras caught Jasmine outside Kirk's house? Well, Kirk's legal team is now working to release that footage to the public. That's right. If Jasmine wants to play the victim, Kirk is about to show everyone exactly what happened. And let's not forget the legal battle that's unfolding behind the scenes. Kirk's lawyers are digging deep, pulling up every past incident involving Jasmine and using it to prove that she's completely out of control. And they have plenty to work with. Jasmine has been causing drama for years, from showing up unannounced at Rashida's store, trying to provoke confrontations, to posting cryptic messages online just to stir up speculation. And let's not forget when she tried to paint herself as a devoted mother, only for it to come out that she wasn't even consistently seeing her son Cannon. Now, Kirk's legal team is bringing all of this to the judge's attention, and from what we're hearing, they are not playing around. Kirk's legal team is pushing for the harshest consequences possible, not just a financial penalty, which could cost Jasmine thousands, if not hundreds of thousands, in damages, but also potential jail time. And honestly, with the way this case is going, she might actually end up behind bars. Let's talk money. One of the biggest parts of Kirk's lawsuit is focused on emotional distress and damages. If the judge rules in his favor, Jasmine will owe a huge sum of money. And let's be real, she's not in a financial position to handle that. Unlike Kirk and Rashida, who have multiple businesses and steady income, Jasmine has been struggling. She tries to present herself as someone living a lavish lifestyle, but the reality is far from it. That's why many believe she's causing drama, because she sees the lawsuit coming and knows she's about to lose everything. That's why she's running to the blogs, trying to change the story, and making threats to expose Kirk. But does she actually have something on him? Or is this just another desperate move to stay relevant? Because let's be honest, if she really had anything damaging, wouldn't she have revealed it by now? The fact that she keeps dropping hints without delivering proof suggests she's bluffing. Meanwhile, Kirk's legal team remains confident that Jasmine has nothing that could hurt him in court. If she tries to bring up old rumors or make false claims, they're ready to shut it down immediately. So, where does this leave Jasmine? In serious trouble, with lawsuits stacking up, her financial situation crumbling, and public opinion turning against her. She's facing her biggest downfall yet. And the worst part? This is just the beginning. If you thought Jasmine was already in deep trouble, just wait. What's about to happen next will completely ruin her reputation. After all the back and forth, the drama, the media stunts, Jasmine truly believed she could manipulate the public, turn them against Kirk, and somehow escape the consequences. But what she didn't realize was that Kirk was playing an entirely different game. While she was running to the blogs, trying to control the narrative, Kirk's legal team was quietly building an airtight case against her. And when she finally got hit with the paperwork, she wasn't ready. Jasmine isn't just facing one lawsuit, she's facing multiple. Kirk's team didn't just go after her for trespassing and harassment. They went all in. Defamation, emotional distress, property damage, and even a permanent restraining order that could legally prevent her from ever coming near Kirk or his family again. And these aren't just empty threats. This case is serious. The evidence is stacked against her, and Kirk's legal team is determined to make sure she faces the full consequences of her actions. Jasmine thought she could keep causing chaos and get away with it. But this time, she's learning the hard way that actions have consequences. And as for Rashida, she's done tolerating Jasmine's nonsense. After years of dealing with public humiliation, scandals, and constant drama, she is fully backing Kirk in this legal battle. She wants Jasmine out of their lives for good, and she's making sure that happens. Rashida has stood by Kirk through a lot, but one thing is clear. She's not letting Jasmine continue to disrupt their family. So, what's next for Jasmine? Well, she's running out of options. The evidence is stacked against her. Her reputation is in shambles, and soon she could be facing serious legal penalties. And if the judge rules in Kirk's favor, she could end up completely cut out of Cannon's life as well. This case isn't just about Kirk and Jasmine. It's about setting a precedent. Kirk wants to send a message that he's done dealing with the drama, and he's making sure that Jasmine can never disrupt his life again. The court date is approaching, and with everything Kirk has against her, it's looking like this battle is only going to get worse for Jasmine. So, while she continues to stir the pot, Jasmine is in serious trouble, and this time, it's not just empty threats. This is real legal action. If she doesn't handle things the right way, she could end up in a situation that's impossible to fix. But just when you think it can't get any worse for her, it does. While Kirk is taking the legal route, Rashida is done playing nice. She's had enough, and she's making moves behind the scenes to make sure Jasmine is completely shut down. For years, Rashida has taken the high road. Even when she had every reason to lash out, she kept her cool. She stayed silent when Kirk's affair became public, chose dignity when people criticized her for staying with him, and even tried to ignore Jasmine's constant interference. But this time, things have gone too far. Rashida has finally reached her breaking point, and she's not just talking, she's taking action. Sources say Rashida is making powerful calls to the right people, ensuring that Jasmine never gets another opportunity in the industry again. Any business ventures Jasmine has been trying to build, any brand she's been working on, it's all at risk of disappearing. Because let's be honest, who wants to work with someone who is always caught up in scandals, lawsuits, and unnecessary drama? No one wants their name attached to that kind of chaos. And now, Jasmine is starting to realize that she's in way over her head. She was so busy stirring up trouble that she didn't stop to think about what would happen if Kirk and Rashida actually fought back. Now, she's running out of options. Financially, things are looking bad for her. Legal fees alone are piling up, and if she loses this case, she could end up owing thousands in damages. And let's be real, Jasmine doesn't have that kind of money. Unlike Kirk and Rashida, who have multiple businesses and steady income, she has been barely scraping by. She built her image on social media and controversy, but now that's backfiring in the worst way. Speaking of social media, people are dragging her like never before. She thought she could turn the internet against Kirk, but that plan failed almost immediately. The moment the full story surfaced, public opinion shifted, and sympathy for her quickly disappeared. Fans started digging up her past behavior, reminding everyone that this isn't the first time she's created drama for attention. The general consensus? Jasmine played herself. Even some of her former supporters are now calling her out, saying she went too far this time. Let's be real. Showing up at Kirk's house uninvited, trying to bring the police into the situation, and blowing everything up in the public eye again? It's looking desperate. Meanwhile, Kirk is handling things in the smartest way possible. He's staying quiet, focusing on his businesses, and letting his legal team do the heavy lifting. By keeping his distance, he's making Jasmine look even worse. She's spiraling while he remains unbothered, and in the process, people are starting to see him in a different light. Some are even questioning whether he was really the bad guy in this situation at all. Maybe he was just trying to move on, and Jasmine was the one who refused to let go. And if things weren't already bad enough for her, it looks like she might lose the one thing she actually cares about: her son, Cannon. Word is that Kirk is now taking legal steps to gain full custody of him. That's right, he's officially making moves to ensure Jasmine has no say in their child's life. And given everything that's been going on, he just might win. Think about it. What judge is going to look at all this drama and decide that Jasmine is the more stable parent? Exactly. If Kirk gets custody, that's going to destroy Jasmine, because no matter what, her connection to Cannon was the one thing she always held on to. She used him as a way to keep Kirk in her life, but if she loses custody, she loses that leverage too. And that might be the final blow. But this situation isn't just affecting Kirk and Jasmine. Other people are getting caught in the mess too. Even some of Jasmine's own friends are starting to distance themselves from her. When you're always surrounded by drama, people eventually get tired. And now that Jasmine is facing real consequences, those same people who used to support her are staying quiet. No one wants to be associated with her downfall. And honestly, that says a lot. At the end of the day, Jasmine did this to herself. She thought she could manipulate the situation, play the victim, and somehow come out on top. But instead, she's lost everything. Her reputation? Ruined. Her finances? A complete disaster. Her legal battle? An absolute nightmare. And her relationship with Kirk and Cannon? Possibly gone forever. And the worst part? She has no one to blame but herself. Kirk didn't go looking for this drama. Jasmine brought it straight to his front door, and now she's paying the price for it. The lesson here? Playing messy games often leads to messy consequences. Jasmine, though,